Please welcome Mr. Virardi to the stage.
We completed an 8-hour workshop
when he picked up the phone himself personally and called an unknown Louis Stancer to congratulate him for downloading the 10th billion song on iTunes.
Know your product inside out. Know your competitors inside out. Because if you do, you have an advantage. You have freedom of mind.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening to all our fans and friends. Thank you for tuning in to our third on-air mentoring with Michael Virardi. And this is all about establishing your brand through LinkedIn. I'm so excited to be here today, and I'm looking forward to have a successful session like we had in the previous two. Let's see who's present so far, and let's see from which countries you're present. Let me know if you can hear me fine. And if I may ask for a favor, if you can share this episode so we can get more people on our call, so more people get exposure to our on-air mentoring. Antonis, how you doing, my friend? Kalimera, Kalimera. Antonis Stavroulias, a good friend. Now, hope everything is okay down there at our favorite resort. Kalimera from Nicolas Valerkos, always from YouTube. Savas Konstantinidis, hello, my friend, YouTuber as well. Panos Kazanelis, Kalimera Michalimu, Kalimera Pano, good morning, Panos. Let's see who else is here. James Perry, good morning, Michael from Ireland. Ireland is here. You can see James Perry on your screen. Leave them a bit longer. If they are good-looking guys like James Perry, leave them a bit longer, Sophia, please. Our loyal friend Cristalla Cazara, she's always here. Good morning, Michael. Really excited for today's subject. Cristalla was, if I'm not mistaken, the first ever question we ever answered on the on-air mentoring with Michael Virardi. It was on pricing and how to preserve your margins. Gada from Malaysia. Good morning, Gada. Good evening. Andreas Nikopoulos, how are you, my friend? Andreas is a very experienced coach, many years in the business, and a trainer, and is a good friend as well. Pandelis Foulis, hi coach. Hi Pandelis, hope you're doing well. Pandelis was my first ever mentee. To be honest, he started the mentee coaching with Michael Virardi because he forced me into it. Sergio, how are you, my friend? Sergio's another mentee of ours. Marios Ioannou, Kalimera Michalimu, Kalimera Marios. Marios, let's have a coffee together soon. Konstantinos Konstantinou from beautiful Greece. Nikos Andreou Kalimera from Palestine. Nizar Musa. George Stavridis. Hello, Michael. Hello, George. Michael Mavros from the European University. Jihain asked us a question last time. It was a great question. Morning from Athens. Shared. Thank you for sharing, Jihain. It means a lot to me. Dr. Elena Georgiou, my recent mentee who has come in the past, but we're working together on organizing her business, and we have exciting news to share later on with Elena. Polis Xinaris, my friend Polis Xinaris, who's also a trainer on social media, the guy to go to for branding as well. Polis, good to have you here. Guys, if you share this episode, it will mean the world to me because we will be getting more and more people onto our show. As I said, it's about establishing your brand through LinkedIn. We have people coming live on the show, and please feel free to ask your question because you might also get the chance to come up live and ask your question. Or if you don't want to come up live, just send your question in, and Sophia, our business development manager, will ask the question. Saudi Arabia is here. Omar, how are you doing, my friend? So let me ask you a question. What is branding to you? Let's see who gets the best definition out of branding. And Sophia's favorite definition for branding will get one of our books mailed, hard copy, to your country or to your area in Cyprus or wherever else in the world you are. So what is branding to you? Before I go on to tell you what I consider to be branding, let me see what branding means to you. Yasu Mike, greetings from Sydney, Australia. Jim, all the way from Sydney, Australia. Jim, great to have you here, my friend. Happy that Sophia has put up your photo. Let's see. Who else do we have? Marina Sevastidou. Branding equals legacy, but who is this LinkedIn user? Can you please send in your name? I totally agree with you. Branding is your legacy. As my late father used to say, there are 3 things people can say about you once they meet you or once you turn your back to leave. Something positive, something negative, or nothing. The negative and the nothing, Mike, he used to tell me, is negative. So you are responsible for the positive memory you leave behind on a daily basis. Nizar Musa, creating a fingerprint for your name. Wow, creating a fingerprint for your name, for your company. Excellent, I love this one. Cristal Lacazara, branding is the value you bring to your customers. Yes, the consistent value you bring to your customers, because I have seen many companies bringing value, then forgetting about the value and not be consistent in the value they deliver. Maria Giru, good morning to you too. Jihain says, emphasizing your value and what distinguishes you from others. Very good. Maxim, Ukraine is here. Branding, Alexia Christofi says, is bringing a product to life. Lovely. Dr. Elaine Yoryu says, way you establish and differentiate yourself. Establish and differentiate, that's 2 words I wanted to mention today. Let's see, branding is our reputation by which customers come back to us. Excellent, Bahavia. Very good. I think, Sophia, you will have a very difficult time choosing the winner. So give another 5 winners an ebook. Send another 5 winners an ebook, okay? Because we have a lot of answers. Doros Athinodoru, branding is what others say about you. Marina Sebastido, branding is standing out from others, from the crowd. Nikos Andreu, branding is your company's character. And as Jeff Bezos said, the founder of Amazon, branding is what others say about you when you are not in the room. So it's your reputation, it's the consistency in which you deliver your service, it's the word or the sentence that people have in their minds about you, about your company. As Polis Xinaris says, a promise you make and are known for, but you need to keep that promise, or if you don't keep it, you have a negative branding, correct? I think branding is your unique selling proposition. Once they do business with Polis Xinaris, Nikos Andreu, with Gada, with Doros, it's a promise. It's a unique selling proposition. I work with Doros Athinodoru for our designs. The designs you see on our mentoring, the designs you see on our various banners. And you know what I like about Doros? He's consistent. You know his turnaround time, which is very prompt. If you don't like something, he will always tell you, Michael, tell me what didn't you like so we can discuss it. He has his own opinion. He will put his stamp. He will disagree with you. And that's the brand I like. I met him 10 years ago. And since then, we're working. I believe I'm one of his most loyal customers. Or we are one of his more loyal customers. Sophia included and Maria. Stavros Menelau, branding defines who you are. Correct. And Michael Mavros likes what Nizar Musa has said. So, guys, thank you for being so active. Thank you for those who shared the episode so others can come onto our episode. Doros, it's my pleasure. It comes from the heart. I wouldn't do a favor even for my brother if I didn't feel this way. So you deserve it, my friend. Don't thank me. I thank you. So, Sophia, can we have our first question and our first guest? And can you please introduce them? Roxani, can you please? Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so excited of being here to join you, Sophia, Maria, and you, Michalis. Excited.
Thank you, so Roxani. And I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, and what your question is concerning branding and LinkedIn.
So, I am Roxani Konomou. Greetings from Thessaloniki, Greece. I stay in Thessaloniki. And I will explain. Because on my left hand is my 30 years of experience in hotel industry, collaborating with tour operators, sailors, and for 10 years, I'm the sales manager of a 4-star hotel in Thessaloniki. And I love it and I am proud of it. But on my right, it is as an educator, as a body language, micro-expressions, and emotional quotient expert for business. So, Michalis, the question is, how can you represent oneself in LinkedIn when we have more than one career or work contractor? And I am deeper. how if one work full-time in a company and starting his own business, non-competitive, on the side, how we meld these two roles in a professional way. So I need your strategies, specific strategies, in a professional way for LinkedIn.
Okay, great question, Roxani. Thank you very much. And let me say first and foremost that the mind cannot hold too many concepts at once. It can't hold too many words, too many colors in there. So if, for example, I am a body language expert, but I'm also a painter, people might get a bit confused with the postings they see going online. So what I would suggest in your case, first and foremost, is, and I want to ask you a question, are you forced or do you need to be posting about your hotel? Is that part of your job? And I want to find out, is that tied to your salary? I want to ask you this.
As far my personal profile, no, because there is a personal brand profile for the hotel.
Yes, so you are in charge of that brand, you are in charge of that one. Are you posting with your face on it or?
No, not with my face. Just the it's got its own profile. The hotel got its own profile in LinkedIn. So this is something separate. Now I'm talking about my personal profile.
Okay, but when you post personally, do you post about the hotel personally or do you post through the profile?
Only for my profile. I never got the hotel and my personal profile within me. I never did it during these 10 years. It was separate posting for the hotel and separate posting to my personal profile.
Okay, but when you post about the hotel, you don't appear as Roxani. It appears as the hotel.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So no one knows that Roxani is behind the postings, correct?
Yes, no one.
Okay, so what I would say, Roxani, is that you are posting as an expert on body language and micro expressions. But if in any case that you need to appear as Roxani, I would say that, in my opinion, you need to set up 2 accounts. If for anyone who's listening in is appearing to be posting about 2 professions or 2 subjects, your LinkedIn professional page can be about the hotel, and your personal page can be about what you do. How can you divide the 2? Use different colors. So, for example, be consistent in the colors that you're using. I see that you used now black and yellow as your background. So be consistent in the colors because people will start identifying with your brand through your colors. And also, if for any reason you are allowed to do so and you need to mix the 2, I would say you can get permission and you can start analyzing without mentioning names, without showing any photos, how you have helped customers in your hotel through their micro expressions, how you understand their pains, their concerns, and you help them out. So you can bring stories through your first profession, which is the hotel, into your micro expressions, into your page, and start analyzing it, which you marry the 2. Another strategy you can use, maybe you can shift from LinkedIn to go on to Instagram. And since this is very visual and what you're doing is a very visual profession, and you can invest more time on Instagram showing us about micro expressions, explaining it, pausing it, and taking your brand onto a different medium. If for any reason you find it a bit difficult to be doing both on LinkedIn.
Thank you, Michalis. Great. I didn't think about the color. I like it a lot, this consistency in color, just the brand is the connection with the color, and about to move also in another medium in order to make if in any case. Yes, thank you, Michael. It was excellent.
If I learned something from our designers, from Doros and another company we work with, Comic Graphics in Greece, is that use the same fonts. We have 3 fonts, and in each post we shouldn't use more than 2 fonts. I see people using 4 fonts, 5 fonts. I see people using black, then yellow, then green. So as soon as I see a post, I cannot identify, is that black and yellow and gray that is Michael Virardi? But if I come with the red one, people might get disoriented a bit. So your colors, your message, and if you need to combine the 2, find a way that you can do it in a way that you bring value to both. Okay. Thank you very much,
Great.
Roxani.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Pavlos, greetings from the UK. Good points, Michael. Thank you, Pavlos. LinkedIn user, one brick at a time. Difficult to build two houses with the same bricks. I love this one. I don't know who's this LinkedIn user. Please send me your name, and I would love to pick your brains sometime. Excellent example. So Roxani, have this in mind, one brick at a time. Difficult to build two houses with the same bricks. Reza, hello. Alfonso, hello. Please, Sophia, let's go on to our next guest. Sebu.
Good morning, Mr. Virardi.
Good morning, Sebu, and please call me Michael. I think I'm about your age. Just joking, just joking.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. I'm very good.
Please tell us who you are, what you do, and what is your question, Sebu?
My name is Sebu Boskerican. I come from a family of photographers here in Cyprus. I'm Armenian, and I've been in the photography business myself for the past 25 years, having my own business here in Cyprus and traveling and doing a lot of work internationally. I've branded out to a new brand, actually, with my fine artwork, which is Cyprus Fine Art. It's a collection of images of Cyprus, which I've photographed my father and my late grandfather. And my question is, how can I reach out and find the peak of my brand in collaborating with other galleries to showcase and sell my artwork through LinkedIn? I already have an established connection with Instagram and Facebook, and now I'm branding out and reaching out to LinkedIn because I think that is a very new and promising market with these new things that are happening in the world.
Okay. When you say with other galleries, what exactly do you mean? Have you tried with some galleries? And when you say other galleries,
Yes. I've tried reaching out to some to different galleries
in Cyprus or abroad.
In Cyprus and abroad.
Yes.
And
what was the outcome? What was the outcome?
Some have been successful. But usually galleries have a specific, let's say, clientele which they like to sell.
I understand.
And sometimes your artwork can be what they can sell or cannot be. This only doesn't happen in photography, but it happens in paintings and other fields in the art world. Just like having a clientele with any other business.
That's a great question. If I may put you to do some more push-ups, can I ask you something?
Yes,
can you tell me the way you come across, either in writing or face to face? What do you tell them? Give me your pitch and tell me when was it successful. Give me a time that it was successful. Give me your pitch. What do you tell them about the new brand?
I like to be very simple and be myself, to be honest. Because I'm a one-man show, as some people might call me. I'm not a big company like other brands, which you have a team of 300, 400 people. I come across as hello, my name is Sebu Boskerican. I'm from Cyprus. I am who I am, just like I said before. And you can look at I put my social media links at the bottom. And you like to contact me again to have a more face-to-face, because I like the face-to-face. I've actually traveled to see them face-to-face, and we can come to a deal, let's say, at the end of the day. Some galleries, like in London, I had one that had a showcase, and they really liked the international, let's say, input of having an international artist. Other galleries, from my experience, said our clientele is based on, with something I usually, now that I've got the knowledge, I usually research of what the gallery is trying to sell and what the clientele sell, because at the end of the day, I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting their time as well. So
correct. Well done for researching.
It's like knocking on a wall, knocking on a door. I like to knock on people's doors.
Bravo. And what differentiates your new brand in terms of others that have taken the photos, or what is it that differentiates? Is it pure Cyprus? Is it something else? What differentiates it?
My difference is that I have a brand of pure Cyprus, as you said. Plus, because my family has been here for 3 generations, I have pictures of old Cyprus, black and white, in the 40s, 50s, 60s of my grandfather. She has traveled around Cyprus and has taken a lot of black and white photographs. And there was a book out as well here in Cyprus, which a long time ago. And my father, his love of underwater photography and of Cyprus. He combined everything. So I have very old pictures of underwater Cyprus, which some of the nature, let's say, you might not even find at the moment.
Okay, let's divide it into two. Let's divide it into your approach and into the story.
Yes.
There was an experiment done by psychologists a few years back where they bought on eBay various products that have no significance at all. It cost around $60, if I'm mistaken, $70, all the items together. And then they got reporters, editors, ghostwriters to write a story, a fictional story about each and every item. They put them back on eBay with the story underneath, and those items sold more than $3,600. The exact same items that were bought for around $60 to $70. So what is the story that accompanies each and every photo that you have done? Find the story, create the story. This is going to be a true story probably. So instead of saying that this is the last pillar remaining in the Larnaca area from 1974, say this is the last pillar remaining after the bombing of the Turkish troops in 1974 when they invaded Cyprus, and this pillar still is there in Larnaca in this area. This was during the time when my father was 25 years old. He learned diving just to take photos underneath the so-and-so wreckage in the so-and-so sea. So I would say that each and every photo, Sebu, has to be accompanied by a story. And find someone, invest in someone who you can tell your story and they can make us more emotional about it, because the heart is closer to the pocket than the brain is. People buy emotionally and then they justify logically. And then I would say, do your research as you're doing. Find the galleries that you want to approach, make a list, and then put aside 300 euros. What I would say is mail one of your photos, print the story, put it on top, put it in a nice coverage, in a nice box, wrap it up, send it with a thank you note to the gallery person, to the manager of the gallery, and say, hi, I'm Sebu. This is the story of this photo. Feel free to respond back or not. This is a present from me, but if you do like my work, you can find more of it here. And if you do like it, I'm more than happy to go on a 5-minute call with you to explain how my art can bring value to your art gallery. So Sebu, this is the way I would go about it.
Perfect. Thank you, Michalis. Very helpful.
My pleasure. And connect with expatriates, find Cypriots abroad who are there, who long for Cyprus, who want to have Cyprus inside their homes. Do not send a package. Send an image. Send it electronically, and try to connect with many Cypriots who are abroad. Our business development manager, Sophia, is in Switzerland. She misses Cyprus. She comes 3 times a year. She's an influencer. She studied at the IMD. She knows influential people. So find people who know people and connect with the Cypriots. And even if nothing happens, you just gave them a piece of their land.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sebu.
Thank you. Thank you, Michalis. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Before we go on to our next question, let me say a few things. Sophia has instructed me to let you know that we will be having a mastermind group. This is the first time ever in 2021. We're beginning on the 1st of February, 2021. We're taking on board only 20 professionals from different professions. We won't have 2 of the exact same profession. It's going to be a 6-month trip. It's people who already started their business, not people who are going to start their business. And we're going to take them through 6 main pillars to enhance their brand, to enhance their business, to preserve their margins, to have more sales, and at the end of the day, be more profitable. If you want to know more about this, just drop your email here, and Sophia will get in touch with you in the next 7 to 10 days. And Sophia will be dropping also an image about our mastermind, but more information will come in the next 10 to 15 days as we are organizing everything. This need came as a result of your requests of asking me to do more on-air mentoring, but I do not have the time to go one-on-one with all of your questions. So Stathis, thank you for approving it. And thank you for being one of our mentees. LinkedIn user, your brand is what other people say about you when you are not in the room, correct? Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Michael. It's a pleasure. Beautiful story, Jihain. Thank you. You mean the story that I just told Cebu. Nizar Musa, I believe the most important thing before introducing your name is presenting something that hooks people's minds with your character or product to make them anxious, to know your identity, which they will not easily forget. Very, very correct. We are trading on reputation. We're not trading on goods and services. We're trading on reputation. Hey, Cebu, remember the mustache, Nikos Andreu? Talking about Movember, if I'm correct, Nikos. So, Sophia, let me know if we have any more questions. If we've run out of time, then we have to call it a day. Please let me know.
No, these are the two applicants that were selected for this episode. But I want to, if you allow me, I want to make a comment and also a question to you. Because we had many questions coming up from people who already have a business or who are freelancers and are starting in social media, and they are wondering how to start. So my comment is, look at the questions that Michael asked Cebu, and you will find what questions you need to ask yourself. And on that note, I want to ask you, Michael, if you have any additional tips that you want to give to people who are, as I said, they are freelancers, they have their own business, and they want to get visible on social media. Social media,
LinkedIn, let's stick to LinkedIn. Thank you, Sophia. That's an amazing question. And stay online, please. I would say, Sophia, that first and foremost, the most important thing, because I see a lot of people trying to copy other people, is your content. If you get your content right, eventually you'll get your colors right, you'll get your fonts right. And I've seen many, many videos going viral, which were shot with the 2007 iPhone. So it's not about the most important thing is your content. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. The question you need to ask yourself before posting is the following. Is this post a boost to my ego, or is this post a boost to society? If it's a boost to your followers, to your audience, if you take into account that you do not want to pride, you do not want to show how great you are, but you want to find and solve or address one of their pain points, then it's a boost to society. If you do that, people will respond well. And by responding well, I don't only mean shares and likes and well done. People will start following your work, they will start listening in. It's about them. It's not about you. This is one of the most important things. Secondly, understand the medium you are on. Let me give an example so we can understand it better. If you are selling perfumes and you want to post about your perfume, if you are on Instagram, you might say these are the 10 best-selling perfumes from our company. But if you bring the exact same post on LinkedIn, it will fail. What you can do on LinkedIn, you can say, this is the perfume that can land you the job. And people will start thinking, so if I go to an interview, it means I need to take care, not only what I'll say, but also how I smell. If there is a good perfume out there. So then they will tune in to try to understand what your perfume is all about. So tweak and twist and change your message according to the platform you're on. And Sophia can go on for hours discussing about content, about colors, about fonts, and about the post. Keep your eyes open, observe the world, try to see it from the angle of what makes you different, on what value you bring to your audience, and then try to look at it from the angle of your audience. How will they gain value? How will they gain value from that post?
Excellent. Thank you very much, Michael. Do you want to talk about our next on-air mentoring, or shall I talk about it?
Please talk about it, because to be honest, I don't know what the topic is all about, but please talk about it. I have to be honest, and you need to be honest on social media. Pablo said something that's great before you talk about it. Also worth looking for collaborations with similar professionals internationally, sharing the same business angles. That's a great one, Pablos. It applies to Cebu, it applies to all of us. And Maria Georgiou says, and like you previously said, make your posts vital before they become vital. Thank you, Maria, because that's one of my proverbs which I forgot. I keep it at the back of my mind, but I forgot to mention it. Yes, Sophia, please tell them about the next on-air mentoring.
Okay, so the next on-air mentoring will be exactly in 2 weeks, same time on the 27th of November. And we have 2 topics in mind, but I want, before we say anything about the topic, I would like to get your opinion. So those of you who are watching us, please let us know what would you like to learn next, and we will keep it in mind. We will announce the topic next week, so you have until Monday to let us know of your preferred topic.
So far, Sophia, we talked about 2 topics. One was preserving your pricing. The second one was about, what was it about?
We talked about pricing, we talked about networking, and we talked already about posting on LinkedIn.
Very good. So let us know, dear friends and fans, what you would like to hear, what you would like to know more about, topics that we deal with, not topics that we don't, and we'll get you what you want at the end of the day.
That's marketing. Thank you very much.
Maybe that's another way of getting content relevant to what people need. Ask them. So it comes from you, Sophia. It wasn't my tip. This one was yours. Thank you very much, Sophia, for organizing everything.